Getting a little bit more back into what I normally do instead of renovating houses. Here's a quick walk around of the Yamaha FJR1300. This is a New South Wales police bike. Had a slight close encounter of the taxi kind in Redfern, which took out the front end, but lucky nothing structural, so it was really just cosmetic damage to the front panels, radiator, so on and so forth. All that's been put correct. You would have seen this on previous videos, but this is all the correct equipment for this particular bike. It's an 09 model, so it's just going back together now. Went through an e-safety, so new brakes and all sorts of stuff. So really nice bikes, lovely to ride too. Inline 4, wet clutch, water cooled, double discs up front, 2-pot calipers ×2. ABS, of course, as all the modern bikes do. That panel is off because that's where the battery lives, the main battery, and it's a little bit difficult to keep them on trickle chargers. The business end, and apologies, is a little dirty right now too. The business end of the bike is powered by a separate isolation switch which lives under here, so this controls power via a separate set of relays and circuitry to take care of this, the sirens, the side LED markers, and obviously the 2 front lights. So I'll give you a quick show of what that looks like. This particular bike, as you'll see, very low Ks indeed, only 15,900. It hasn't really had any Ks on it since the accident, so that's when it went out. We believe that was early 2010. So up she goes. That's the bracket for the digital speedo made by Ballinger. The reason this mess is unwrapped is this is normally the high beam flash, and New South Wales Police decided to sort of gut the factory harness and put a connector in here, that's the high beam bypass, to trigger the operation of the radio. So essentially that became the push to talk button for the helmet communication system. So we're going to reinstate all of this good stuff. The helmet comm sits here and it's custom made to fit over these and sits right on top, and then obviously the rider would plug into that. Sirens are not hooked up at the moment, which is probably good because they're very loud, but I will show you the party trick. So on this police model, that's off. This is lights only, that's lights and siren as a momentary switch. So you can see that off, lights and siren. So in this case, we'll just flick the lights on. I'll give you a walk around. That's the rear pole light. Then they have hideaways inside the rear indicator pod. So these would normally obviously be your yellow indicators. They've been put on these outriggers specific to the police bike. So this is the first generation of police bike that was imported into Australia in this model. New South Wales Police thought they needed some better side visibility, and I agree, so they put these 2 heads, blues and reds, on the side. So these are additional, made by Hazard Systems. Your front signals are made by Federal Signals, so this blue, that red, that pole mount are all made by Federal Signals. So this is factory fit, this is fit specifically for New South Wales Police, so a little bit different, and the hideaways in the back are also specific to New South Wales Police. So yeah, great bikes to ride, lots of fun, obviously with the party lights on. They make a great impression, especially if you're doing the wrong thing from behind. So there you go, that's New South Wales Police 2009 General Duties Yamaha FJR1300. Stay tuned for the next one.